down of my chicken coop that I want to avoid. That's it. Yeah, totally. Then like go through the ideas, just freestyle. But like locking that in sets a direction that'll make your content that much more easy to follow. That is the structure. By defining that the angle and the title and the idea is the 5 things I do differently on my chicken coop, the DIY mistakes to avoid, you've given yourself confidence.
Crea il tuo sito web in tutta semplicità con l'AI Website Builder di Hostinger. Descrivi ciò che ti serve nel riquadro.
Self-confidence and clarity and structure for what the video could become. And so no, you don't need to then sit down and be like, what is the raising conflict in the introduction of the villain and a protagonist and antagonist that comes at minute 3 for my chicken. I mean, those are cool thoughts, but speed is helpful. And so when you also think about, man, that's a good title that I would click on for somebody that wants that promise and that result. That's strong. That is something that I could just chicken scratch, no pun intended, write down the 5 mistakes because they just come to me naturally because it's something I'm living. But I spent more time, to your point, yes, back where we started. What's the angle? What's the topic? How are we going to title that? What's the thumbnail that could be interesting? And then what am I saying right up front to just let people know that that's what they're about to learn? And you're talking to also just friends on the internet. You're looking in the camera lens. You're talking to one friend like you were sitting down to have coffee or the sweet tea on your porch, talking about chickens and just being like, yeah, I made some mistakes over the years. I mean, a couple of things that come to mind. Number 1, number 2, number 3. And then being thoughtful. And then it's like at the end of your video, you just maybe know ahead of time. You make sure you record and you're like, I hope you enjoyed this video. Click subscribe for more stuff from Anderson Farms, where we're just talking all about homesteading and our farm life. And, recently we redid our whole approach to how we're dealing with the cows. Or recently we just redid our whole thing of how we're dealing with the garden. Click or tap the screen if you want to watch that. Then you would have just hit the perfect video recipe. You defined the big idea. You thought about your hook. You delivered on the content. You gave a transition to another video on a simple level. If you use the recipe, it'll work for you. And then our encouragement is it's kind of just like cooking, and stay in the kitchen and don't quit. Personally, I'm trying to get better at cooking. And there's been times I've cooked the chicken. Personally, when you're having friends over and you're barbecuing and you want to cook the perfect steak, but you got into a conversation and you forgot, and now your family is about ready to excommunicate you because they like medium rare, but it's not only cooked all the way through, it is a brick. That steak is like rubber. That's frustrating, but you gave it a shot. You cooked a meal. You put it out there. People ate it. You lost a few family members. You're repairing those relationships in therapy, but stay in the kitchen. Keep cooking. Keep posting new videos and keep getting 1% better with every upload. Even if you don't nail the recipe perfectly, by just having a framework and some structure, you can make changes and improvements over time. That's why we like to say small tweaks lead to giant peaks.
There it is. That's your battle plan, small creators. Go forth, think about these things, take it one video at a time, 1% better with every single upload. If you got value today, hey, like, share, rate, review, wherever you watch or listen.